What's up guys, Project WX here for another video. It's been a while. I haven't made a video for a pretty long time now. My last video was a video I had shot a while ago and I just uploaded it. I'm finally back, full swing, and we're starting off with a 10 things I love about my car video. A while ago I did a 10 things I hate about my car, quite a while ago, before the camera upgrade and tripod and stuff came, so it was a pretty bad video, but I still encourage you to check it out. Right here there'll be a little poll or a little exclamation point thing, and you just click on the card and it'll take you to the video. So now I'm going to be doing a 10 things I love about my car video. I was actually tagged for this video by HawkeyeStiGuy. His channel is right here. I'm going to tag two people before I get started. Number one is Blake's Garage, and number two is Kelly WRX. Blake and Clint, I'd like to see what you guys have to love about your WRXs. So let's get started. So I think the number one thing that I enjoy about owning a Subaru in general is the Subaru community. You have a connection with everyone who owns a Subaru. I've met so many great people just through this car. They see the car, we start talking, I see their car, and then you get to know them better, and you become friends with people just because they own a Subaru. It's that connection that just makes owning a Subaru completely worth it, even through all the problems that they have. My neighbor, he bought a Subaru as well, and he has people coming over his house all the time, and I get to meet all these Subaru owners, Evo owners, the whole connection. Especially with the Subaru, there's this little wave out the window thing that you do, and it's just such a good feeling when you see another Subaru, you wave, you honk, and you go on your way. But the family is unbeatable, unlike any other thing I've ever experienced, and that's definitely the number one thing I love about having a Subaru in general. So number two, still very high at the top of the list here, almost equal with the Subaru experience, is the sound. The sound of the four-cylinder boxer engine is unlike any sound out there. It's just an absolutely amazing sound. If you guys have heard me at the beginning of the video, heard the car backing in, you heard it. I will leave a clip right now. So as you guys heard right there, the Boxer Rumble, what it's known as a Subaru Rumble, the Boxer Rumble, found in the WRXs, the STIs, the Legacy GTs, even the normal Imprezas that are not turbocharged. They still have that sound that is unique to Subarus only, and it's just a sound that many people can call, and I definitely will call it that, the best sounding car ever. Like, it just has that sound. For the class that it's in, it's easily the best sounding car for its class. So the next thing on my list for the 10 things I love about my car is the aftermarket. The aftermarket for the Subaru WRX, especially this model, the 2005 Blob Eyes, the aftermarket is huge, especially for performance parts. So Rally Sport Direct is the supplier for rally parts, and this being a mainstream rally car, they supply all types of parts for this, even if they're not necessarily rally parts. Exhaust, suspension, everything you could think of, engine builds for Subarus. There's just tons and tons of stuff for this car, and it is just so easy to just find parts. Now, they're not cheap per se, but they're very easy to find. They're this thing with not a whole lot of money, a few aftermarket parts, you could be making a lot of power, and that is just huge thumbs up for this car. Yeah. So number 4 on my list here, and these are in a particular order, so if they They seem to be following a pattern. There's a reason for that. Number 4 here on my list is it's easy to work with. The car itself is very, very easy to work with. Interior trim just pulls, just everything is held together by clips. This is why there's the infamous Subaru rattle, just rattles everywhere. But other than that, like, it's so easy to just pull things apart and put it back on and just learn with this car. Everything's just held together with just clips. Very, very easily. There's not a whole bunch of things you need to work on this car. And the engine also is very. This might be controversial, but it's very easy to work with the boxer engine with things that are normally very hard to get to. For example, the timing belts and water pump are located right here behind the grille because of the way the boxer engine is in the car. You just have to pull off the bumper, or not even, you just have to pop the hood and take the radiator out, and you have full access to the timing belt and water pump, which can be hundreds to thousands of dollars to change on other cars where it's not so easy to get to. Also, a clutch change in a Subaru is also very easy. All these things are so easy to just kind of work with Subarus. They're like Legos. Like, everything just kind of fits together. You can pull off things from a Forester and put it into the WRX without any problems. Engines, transmission, wheels, tires, body panels, everything just kind of goes together, and you can make it look absolutely awesome. Now we're getting into more personally this specific car, what I like about it, and the number one thing I think that I've kind of grown upon is the color. The Aspen white is a very pure white. If I move out of the way here and just kind of let you guys get a look at it, when it's clean, which right now it's not, it gives a beautiful shine, even though there's paint chips everywhere. As you guys saw in my 10 Things I Hate About My Car video, there's paint chips, and the paint doesn't last long, but this color, the white color, is an extremely rare color for the Subarus. You don't see it on a whole lot of cars. Everyone goes for the World Rally Blue, for the silver that they have. For white and red, these two colors are just not found a whole lot. This is one of 2 blob eyes I've ever seen in this color. So it just makes it an absolutely beautiful experience, because it's a head turner in the Subaru world, because the color is not a popular color. That's why I love that white, and I have no real intentions of changing it. I might wrap it a different color eventually, but if I repaint it, I will repaint it white, because I just love the way it looks on the car. So as a follow-up here of the color, I'm going to talk a little bit about the condition. I do love the condition of this car. For an 05, a 10-year-old, 11-year-old car, there is very, very minimal rust. Subarus are known to rust out right here in the arches, in the fenders. They're known to rust out, but I have very, very little rust anywhere. The only rust I have are up on the roof. There's a couple of spots where the paint chipped, and that's where there's some rust forming in very minimal amounts, and that can easily be fixed. But the majority rust, where the rust would eat away at your body panels, I have none that is severe. And also, the interior condition of the car is superb. The ceiling liner, or the roof liner, is pristine. It's absolutely beautiful. The color's maintained. There's no stains. There's no rips. The seats are in very good condition. The bolstering is all there. There's just some normal wear on the steering wheel and the shift knob, but other than that, it's just such a great conditioned car. There's not much wrong with it. So moving over to the rear of the car, we have here the wagon, and that is one of my favorite things about this car specifically, is that it's a wagon. It makes it so much easier to work with here. Let me just, in here, get the exposure a little bit. There is so much room to do to put whatever you want in here. A grocery getter, we go to Costco in this. and we have the car full as well. And then if you open this liner right here, you have all the tools, the ratchet and lug nut remover, the key, spline, whatever you want to call it. We have all that stuff in there, and you have your jack over here, and then I just have a bottle of oil sitting in there. And then that's not it. This is with the rear seats up. If you put the rear seats down, which I'll show you guys in a minute, you have all the room. Right now, if I got in the back here, all the room in the world to fit me and a couple other people back here. If you were interested in doing something like that, you can. I mean, there's just, and also you have access with the wagon. You have access to, with the wagon you have access on the right there. You have access to the suspension. If I was to pull this up, you have this little bit of foam back here. You pull that up, and you can just take out the suspension fairly easily. I'll put that back properly later, but you can take out the suspension fairly easily in this car, rather than having to pull out all the seats and all that stuff, which you would have to do in a sedan. Now I'm going to take you guys over to the other side and show you how much room we have once we put down the rear seats. So right here, I'm going to just pull down the rear seats. Your room is now increased by so much. You guys can see in here, you just have so much room to put stuff. It's just traveler's car. If you wanted to go camping, you put your fishing stuff back here, put your kayaks on the roof, and you're set. I mean, with this setup right here, you just have an unlimited amount of room compared to what you would have in a sedan. It's absolutely wonderful to have a wagon because of family life. So I hopped in the car for a second just to show you guys, because the next thing on my list is the visibility of this car. If I showed you guys the rear view mirror right there, try to get myself out of it, and you can see you just have so much space around. If you wanted to look over there, out in front of you, you got that massive hood scoop sitting there. Everything's just, there's not really much of a blind spot except the pillar right here, but you can basically see everywhere. The STIs have the big wing in the back. I love the wing, but it does decrease visibility, of course. And the sedan itself have another pillar back there that lessens the visibility by even more. So it's just such a good driver's car. There's not a whole lot of blind spots, and you can always tell where you're going. So that's definitely a plus. Next, I want to talk about the speed of the car as it stands, and even before it went stage 2. For a completely stock car, this car is undoubtedly fast. We played around with a couple of V8 cars and kept up with them and got ahead of them at one point. These cars are just, the all-wheel drive, which I'll talk about in a second, but the all-wheel drive mixed with the torque, this gives the torque of the car with the turbocharger and everything. You go. There's not too much lag. Being a WRX, having the smaller turbo, there's definitely not a lot of lag, and it just makes for a superb driving experience. With modifications, of course, now that it's stage 2, we have not been beat by anything, but we haven't raised some of the higher end cars. But of course, you have to have the fun you want to have, daily driving, and just an all-around superb fun car to drive. So the last thing I want to talk about, and I was kind of running out of ideas to talk about for this video, but it is the symmetrical all-wheel drive that Subaru provides with basically all of its cars. It's just you have equal power distributed to all 4 wheels. It's just a great distribution of power, which again gives it the speed I was just talking about, and and makes it such a fun car to drive. Now around the corners, of course, you're going to have the understeer, but that's why you get coilovers and sway bars and strut bars and stuff like that to balance the rollout, so you have even more control. But as it stands, it's a very safe system. For example, we were coming down an intersection, a semi turned in front of us, and we weren't going slow, if we wanted to put it that way, and we were able to very easily get in and around the car, in and around the truck. Kind of, it cut us off coming the other way, but we were easily able to avoid it because of the control the all-wheel drive will give you. It's not going to slide out, especially during the winter. It's not going to slide out on you. Now, one thing that does go wrong, the ABS does go wrong, so if you brake hard, you will slip on the ice, but acceleration wise, there's not a whole lot of wheel spin, and and if you do, it's very, very controllable. So that's the 10th thing I love about my car. So that wraps up this video. If you liked the video, like the video. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. I'm well on my way to 200 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit 1,000 by the end of the summer. Let's try that. If we can hit 1,000 by the end of the summer, that'll be absolutely mint. Again, I'm calling out Blaze Garage and Cali WRX. I want to see your opinions, what you guys love about your cars. So we're gonna do that. Hopefully release a video. Again, I was called out by HawkeyeStiGuy. Go check out his channel. Really cool guy. Has a beautiful, beautiful Hawkeye STI. And that wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.